morning, Alex. Haley Fleming, good morning. Right, let's go. Right, bad internet area, so let's get crack-lacking. Sin in disguise. Dean, good morning. Forever laughing. Watching as you play. I've just realised I'm absolutely starving. Didn't really have much of an appetite last night as I've not been well all week and I couldn't breathe. And I had a tiny bit of cake that Haley gave me, Valentine's cake, and I was struggling to breathe while I ate it, which annoyed me. So I thought what I'll do is I'll just air fryer these cheese potato croquet things. There was 6 of them, so I just add them and dip them in tomato sauce, and I'm absolutely ravenous this morning. I'm gonna have to have a drink of milk to combat it. Kimberly, good morning, welcome in, buddy. Hank Marvin, not the word. Fashion fever, should be too late if you hesitate. Yeah. I'm still not 100%, but I'm better, Dean. Not quite so blocked up. Right, I'll be back. Keep waiting. I was going to say keep tapping, but I'm an idiot. I'll get used to it. I will get used to it eventually. Yeah. Katie Louise, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. Right, we'll do one more theme tune, and then I'll start taking you guys with me. Let's hope we can get this this Twitch live cracked off in one go, rather than be disjointed. actually. I might do all 3 theme tunes, we'll see. Right, still a little bit lethargic. Take me an hour to get my legs going. And of course, don't forget there'll be a bonus collection drive live later at 8:20. Again, I'll be doing it on Twitch just to see how we get on. Yesterday's was a big success. I was really happy with it. No problems with the internet, good stream. So let's hope for the best today. What the plan is today, I'll keep going live until 4:45. I'll end the live, break off, go and do what I need to do, and then I'll be back live at 4 AM on TikTok. James Vertigo, good morning. You're not been to sleep yet? You're not going to last long. I don't think we'll have you until the end of the night, James. Lynn, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. Right then, I'll be back. People have asked about sending a gift, you know, either for us or for Puccini. Little Arta, good morning. And I've always said, nah, don't worry about it, you don't need to. But people have asked about Amazon, and I think I've managed to work out and get the link. I posted it on the main Facebook group last night. And it does seem to take people to the wish list. There's nothing on there though, like I said. I'm not so arrogant to start filling a wish list up, you know what I mean? And people are going to start sending gifts, but what I wanted to do was just make the option available for people if they wanted to do something like that, and that would allow us to either do some live or some content reveals, you know, for anything that does get sent for Pooch or what have you. But yeah, James, you ain't gonna make it till 7 o'clock, lad. Right, I'll be back. Oh, you know what? I've just realised what I've done. What a banana. Never mind, I'll have to come back to that one. Forest of my dreams, not what is not seen. I think what I'll do is I'm not doing too bad, but I'm going to take some painkillers now, because I know it's going to happen. Nice one, Dean. Nice one, buddy. All nice and refreshed. Ready for the TTM and I lives. I like it. Right, I'll leave the third theme tune going just for a minute. I'll just take these painkillers. Hang on. Where's my pint? There it is. Oh, that's cold. Very nice. no Puccini again tonight. He didn't want to come to work. Tried to shift his fat little black and white pig ass. He was having none of it. So I left him behind, which suits me because I'm not in the mood for him at the moment. And hopefully it'll allow me to get it done a little bit quicker. Thank you, James. Or at the very least get it done on time. Got my friend coming round today, hopefully. Morning, Henny K. Joe number 2, good morning. He's coming round to fix the internet today, so I'm either not going to bother having drink, or I'll only have 2 instead of 3 because I've got to get up at 3:30. He's working in his pub at 5 o'clock because he runs a pub with his missus that they've had for a lot of years, and he does that as well as his satellite fitting company, you know, TV and satellite and whatnot. So I need to get up at 3:30 because I want that internet fixed in the pub, because obviously we want to be in there on Saturday night. Oh my god, my thing's getting all tangled up over there. Let me put that back on, hang on. So yeah, get up, get him to fix that, and then I've got to go out and collect it again tonight. Right, I'll be back. Livy, good morning. I'm fine. No Walt, though. He didn't want to come. So, yeah, he's at home. He's been so naughty just lately. A lot better, Haley K, thank you. Good morning, Bob Pickering. I'm still not 100%, but I'm a lot better than I was. Right, let's get this one on the go. Let's get this show on the road, get started properly now. Start taking you guys with me. I'm still a bit bunged up, Haley, but I'm better than a lot better than I was. It's frustrating, you know, when you can't. I mean, I struggle to breathe through my nose at the best of times because one of my nostrils is like permanently blocked. You know, I could probably have surgery for whatever it is, but I've never bothered, you know, and it exacerbates it when you've got a bit of a head cold, you know. But I've been lucky. I've not had a bad sore throat. It's not been flu. And I've not felt ill, just bunged up in the head and itchy nose and sneezing and stuff. Ah, he's a prick, Mark. He's fast pissing me off. Right, let's get some work done. Let's hope this internet holds up tonight. I'm pretty sure at some point it's gonna fail, but there you go. If it does, it does. I hope we can get a good few chunks of live in before it does, you know, rather than every 5 seconds. Start to spit with rain a little bit now. Hopefully it won't rain. It did, Lualata. Yeah, I was really pleased. You know what? Literally, first customer I take you guys out, and it starts raining. Unbelievable. Yeah, we're around that sort of area today, Mark, so I guess we'll see what happens. But obviously if it rains, then I can't take you with me. That annoys me. I don't like leaving you in the van. Too much time without the host, you know what I mean? Especially for new people that have only just started watching the streams, you know what I mean? I need to be out and about with the camera so people can see what I'm doing. But yeah, literally not a drop until I start delivering, and now it's started raining. Brilliant. As soon as I pick the phone off the cradle. So it'd be interesting to see how well we do with the internet on the collecting live this morning when we get to it. Keeps it covered, James, from the birds and any prying eyes. Right then, let's go. I'll leave you in the van for this next one because they leave money out in a tub and it's a bit awkward to get it. Hopefully this rain won't last long, it'll just sod off. Thank you guys. There's Joe number 2 having a bop. Right, give me a second, I'll be back in a rolling mo. When you get caught between the pooch and delivering milk. Woo, but it's true. Right, let's go. That you can do, best that you can do is leave the pooch at home. Is that right, James? Wow. A lot of rain. We've had a lot of that just lately as well. It seems to have been like raining for 4 months. And to be fair, it doesn't really rain a great deal, you know. Maybe it's making up for not having rained all summer. When you get caught between the milk and top milkman. Hopefully these painkillers will kick in soon. Give my legs a little bit of a pep up. This cold has slowed me down a little bit with lethargy. Usually once I've been going a couple of hours, that's it, I'm dialed in. The funniest thing, James Vertigan, is that the amount of water on the planet never changes. Did you know that? I don't know whether that's backed up by science, but you can't get rid of water. We drink it, we pee it out. it evaporates, it rains. You know what I mean? We're on a planet that's a high percentage of it is water. So where there's a hose pipe, Pam, for me it doesn't make sense because that water is somewhere. We're very lucky in this country though that we can drink the tap water. I think there's a lot of continental countries that you can't, you have to buy it in bottles, which, because we're not used to, would be a massive inconvenience if that was to ever happen. But again, you know, with the evolution of the human race, and obviously you've got the water treatment plants, the water you're drinking out of the tap, you actually you don't really know where it came from, although I kind of guess you do. Because probably part of you's been swimming in it before it got cleaned, if you get my drift. So to kind of sum up how I feel today, has anyone ever experienced hypoglycemia? You know, when you're lacking a little bit of sugar in your system and you feel weak and shaky? Well, that's kind of how I feel, but without shaking this morning. It's going to take me a couple of hours to get into things, I think. Correct, Joe number 2. That and processed food. You've only got to look at the size of humans these days, Joe number 2. 6 foot's not rare in women, let alone men now. No, I don't. If I'm hypoglycemic, Joe number 2, I'll eat something. What I'm saying is, I have that kind of weakness, but without the shaking today, and I've been the same all week. Mary, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. Don't beat it. Just beat it. Massive envelope like that to just say no milk today. Just no need. William, good morning. Do I have a fever? No, Mary. I do, Joe number 2, but I'm very lucky in the respect that energy-wise, I've always had a massive engine. And I put that down to work, basically. Right, let's keep going. But I've had this bit of a head cold since about Monday or Tuesday, and as far as I can tell, I've not had a temperature the whole time. Did eating help me? No, I didn't eat much last night. Just didn't have no appetite. Couldn't breathe while I was eating, which is annoying. So I just had like 6 little cheese croquet potatoes with tomato sauce. That's what I have for my tea. So I am hungry. But guess what I've got in the van? Do you remember I bought those 4 whoopsie Twixes the other day? Well, I've still got 3 left. You'll have to save it for the TikTok live, Joe number 2. Hey, baby. Yes, darling, correct. You just see, this is where me and you are telepathic. So yeah, I might have a Twix stick in a bit. Right, you know what? Neil said that yesterday, Joe number 2. I'm not putting Vicks Vapor Rub on my feet. That's just plain weird. It's not meant to go there, as far as I remember. My feet stink enough as it is as well. Running around in sweaty trainers all day. What does it work for though, Joe number 2? You're telling me it works, but you've not said what it works for. Does it work for lethargy? But yeah, you got a good memory, darling. You know where all the... well, why'd you rub it on your feet? If you got a blocked nose, rub it on your nose. That's 2 people now that have said rub it on your feet. I'm not doing that. Tell me, do you really want to love Pooch forever? Cleanses the system. That's kind of as nondescript as rub Vicks on your feet. It doesn't really explain to me what it does. Exactly, Mark, or your back. I'm not rubbing it on my feet. It's weird. I'm not that bad anyway. I'm not really one for potions and medicines, although I will be honest, I have had the odd Lemsip. I'm glad you didn't spell that wrong, darling. No, why would I do that, James? That'd be just dumb. Gonna need a big bottle of Vicks then, Joe number 2. I've got massive feet. Tutty pegs. I'm not doing it, darling. I'm not rubbing Vicks Vapor Rub on my feet. Thing is though, when you get a blocked nose, as long as you're stood up, you're all right. This is why I enjoy running things. Well, maybe enjoy is not the right word, but this is why I always say I like to run things off at work. Oh, onions, I've tried, Joe number 2, but again, I'd rather eat them. I'm not rubbing them on my feet. And they would be right, Mark Pickering, especially combined with big hands like mine. Just saying. Right, I'm having a Twix. I'll have a little slurp of milk with it. You're not wrong, Mary. That's what I'm trying to do, Joe. That's what I'm trying to do. If you don't believe me, ask Hayley. She'll tell you. I've got the Twix in my mouth. Hang on. I look like Hannibal from the A-Team now with a Twix hanging out my gob instead of a cigar. Right, I'll have a little drink of milk with this, hang on. That's better. Replacement meal time for TTM and I. Nice drink of milk and it's half a Twix. You can't boothie. Although that one's a day old. The one I'm drinking, that was one from yesterday. Ah, that's better. I'll let that drift around my system now. And that should be all good to go. James, milk goes tremendously well with a bit of chocolate. But yeah, I look like Hannibal from the 18 for a minute with the Twix hanging out. And I love it when a plan comes together. It is a nice glug of milk with a bit of chocolate. It's lush, Mary. You never know, I might even be a rebel and have the other finger, or whatever you call it, the other Twix finger. I ate that a bit quick though. Yeah, I used to enjoy ginger biscuits with milk, Joe number 2. And I would dip them in, and whatever milk they sucked up, I'd suck it out before I ate the biscuit. I used to love that. Malted milk as well, who remembers them? Malted milk biscuits. Well, nice. Iced rings, who remembers those? Oh, I love them. Oh, what am I doing talking about food again? I'm gonna make myself eat all those 3 Twixes. I know you can, Boothie, I love them. They're well fit. Now, I'm not a fan of a biscuit without a cup of tea, but I will eat an iced ring without a cup of tea. They used to put them in like your party mix tins, didn't they? You know what I mean? You used to get some iced rings in there. I don't know whether they do that anymore. Yeah, I do like ice gems. Yeah, Joe number 2. There's a picture of Hayley as a baby. She looks like one. She's got this little white hat on. She looks super cute. The Beady Baby. Oh, you used to work for Fox's Biscuits, Mark Pickering. Ah, oh, man, they are the best. Do you remember the classic? It was like a biscuit bar, the Fox's Classic. I remember years ago in one particular village, the shop, she'd always come out for us to deliver the milk. And I often used to get a little cardboard box of Ribena with a Fox's Classic to pep me up while I was working with my dad. But Fox's, yeah, Fox's are the best. Absolutely love them. Look at that dirty bastard there, look. Out. I haven't got yellow fingers, that's alright. It certainly is, Dean, it certainly is. This is why I like it, one of the reasons I like it. But it's early days yet, we're still in our second week on Twitch. It took us 3 weeks to take off on TikTok, but I'm not stupid to presume that's going to happen here, because it's a different viewership, you know what I mean? If it did happen, that'd be amazing. Jam and cream rings? You mean jammy donuts? Not jammy donuts, what were they called? Jammy Dodgers. Is that what you mean, James? Or smiley faces? Gracie, good morning. How are you, buddy? How's things? Great to see you on Twitch. Kind of, Boothie. There is a way of being efficient when you've got bottles in the crate, but that depends on what you've got in your hands and how many bottles they've left out, you know. But obviously the crate's there to stop them blowing a hoolie all over the place, you know. We're all good in the hood, Gracie, thank you. All good in the hood. Enjoying Twitch. It's like starting again, so it's quite exciting. But whether we'll do well on here, I don't know. I mean, we've been very lucky that we've got a big following on TikTok to start with that have come over like yourself, you know what I mean? So, just playing it by ear for now. No, I don't know what they are then, James. Maybe you could post them on the group, buddy. Ah, pink wafers. I know what you mean, but I'm not a fan. They just, I don't know. They don't seem like a proper biscuit, you know what I mean? Because they're a little bit like rich tea. They just give up really easy, you know what I mean? They don't fight you to eat them. Was it? Ah, right. Was it Foxes that made them, Mark? I wasn't aware of that. To be honest, Hayley, I haven't really noticed. Not the collecting live, but yesterday morning's live. Traffic-wise, we had 142 people come through, which is the most ever. But it only seems to be our TikTok guys that speak. You know, I'll give it my best shot, Gracie. That's all we can do. You know what I mean? It worked on TikTok. There's no reason why it shouldn't work on here. You know, people are people. You know what I mean? Which Stephen are you? Stephen C. Boothie? Or Stephen 1978, was it? But we'll just see how we go. You've got to remember as well, sometimes on TikTok, where we've had a really good night, we get up to 20,000 people in traffic that come into the live, have a watch for a bit, and then off they go, or they stay. So yeah, that compared to 142, if you're looking at your analytics, is a big difference. Stephen B88. Ah, right, okay. Do you speak a lot on TikTok? Because I don't recognise that handle. But yeah, we get a few Stevens in. There seems to be, I don't know what it is with TikTok, there seems to be so many people with the same name. You know, we get lots of Mandys, lots of Haleys, lots of Alfies. Ah, right, well, point yourself out, Stephen. Next time we're on TikTok, I assume you'll come with us at 4 o'clock, so yeah, just point yourself out. Wanna ride in my Berlingo, boy. Excellent, thank you, Stephen. You know what, I don't think there are a lot of Marys that come into my life, are there, Mary? I know there's you, obviously. My Mercedes boy. Well, that's the thing though, Joe, you see, people have come on here and, you know, it's really nice that they've come on, created an account, give us a follow, then come to support on the live. But some people have just chosen a completely different name to what they're called on TikTok. And I think, who the hell am I talking to? Who are you? You know what I mean? No, it's like, imagine if you were trying to find us, obviously when our brand is the TikTok Milkman and I, but I've just come in here and called myself Jeffrey Higgins. That's the problem I have. If we cross-platform, you know. It is Little Artie, yes. It's the best thing to do. Especially if you're big into your social media and watching lives and stuff and you speak a lot. Mistake. That's a break. Oh, Stephen. I don't think it's to do with old age. Maybe a lack of thinking. But I get it all the time on TikTok. Someone will come in and go, hello, do you remember me? And I go, who are you? And they'll say, Dave. I said, well, your account says George. Oh yeah, I changed my name. So you've changed your name, you've come on the live, and then ask me if I remember you. So that's the level sometimes of what we're dealing with. If you get my drift. You can't cure stupid, is what they say. And there is an awful lot of it on TikTok. Me being one of them, I'm stupid. Coming through on the radio. The union of the snake is on the line. Moving up. Woo! Borderline. It hasn't at all, Stephen. Moving up's gonna take. And it never will until TikTok decide to deal with it the way they should be doing. Nah, he didn't want to move. He growled at me again, Mary, so I can't be arsed with him. My hardest day of the week. I just want to get on with work, be left alone. You know what I mean? So I left him at home. Yeah, but you know very well I'll talk back to you, Joe number 2. So then it becomes the let's how long we can see Joe number 2 awake game. You know I like to play that game. It's one of my favourites. It's toxic because the platform allows it, Stephen. Simple as that. And yeah, it's just the way it is, in the great words of Bruce Hornsby. Why's your alarm set for 5? Is that in case you nod off and you don't want to miss any of the live Lualata? Or have you got to get up for the old workaroni? Got to pay the piper like me. I mean, think yourself, lucky Lualata. Mine's set for like 1:30, 6 mornings a week. Imagine having to face that. Oh, nightmare Lualata. That's fair enough, Stephen. I'll tell you what, Lualata, I said to Hayley, good morning, Lynn. I said to Hayley in a voice clip that the 2 hours that I lay to try and sleep last night before going to work are the best I've had for months. I actually slept quite well, although I did wake up once, maybe twice. But the alarm woke me up and I was 3 sheets to the wind. You don't do nights anymore, Lualata. I'll miss it if I'm ever not on nights. Stephen, no, he's never turned up again. No, I'm a lot better. I'm still not 100% Lynn, but I'm a lot better. I'm not quite so blocked up today. Still a little bit lethargic, but that little glug of milk and that little stick of Twix, I'm starting to pull that through now, energy-wise. So yeah, feeling a bit better. Now I've got going, you know. I love night shifts, Lualata. But then again, it's all I've known. It's all I've ever done. It's really gonna mess me up. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, buddy. If ever I'm back on the right side of the day, working 9 to 5, you know. You'd never have to ask if you can ask a question, Mary. Just ask, mate. Well, you couldn't see it. That was the problem, Stephen. But I didn't know what his problem was. He wouldn't explain it. He just kept making up stories about what he was doing and who he was, and that he had mates looking for me, and mates that worked on the doors, and he was a security guard. Then he was a plainclothes police officer. You know what I mean? He never said what was wrong. It is, and it's good for me, Joe number 2. I don't like being around people. He was an idiot, Stephen. Miss Malone Git, says Joe number 2. It's all I've ever done, Gracie. I've never known anything else since I was 15, you know what I mean? And since I was 17 and 3 months old, when I passed my driving test, all I've known is working on my own overnight. You know what I mean? This is why. And it's something I never really realised until Hayley pointed it out when I first started going live, and it was her that said, you know, this man has worked by himself for nearly 4 decades and no one knows his story, or the mental effort it takes and the drive it takes to get up and do this, you know what I mean? And I'd never thought about it that way. It's my job, and it's my lifestyle, and it's how it's been. You know, for many years. Right then, Mary, what was that? What's the latest I've ever been late for work? I don't know.
maybe an hour, something like that. But it's been in the days of when I was young enough to make that time up, you know, because I used to run round, but I haven't done for a few years now because I don't need to. I'll bet Lou will Arter, yeah, sounds it. But me personally, I like the solitude. I like getting on my own, you know. Exactly, Mark, for now, anyway, yeah. What's this say? Please cancel the egg order. She'll order it again in a few weeks' time. You watch. 12 eggs every other week. She's cancelled it and reordered it God knows how many times. Right, let's get some chucky eggs. I'd love to know how many miles I've done, Boothie, Stephen, because don't forget, I was quite a prolific golfer in my youth, from the age of, I don't know, early teens. And I played badminton at county standard, squash at county standard. I was a pool first division captain. You know, my legs have done a lot of miles over the years. And I've been really lucky at touch wood. You know, I did have the cartilage surgery, but other than that, I'm fine. And there was no guarantee that would work, neither. The surgeon told me. So that was a bit scary. I don't think you're strange at all, Gracie. I think a lot of people like the solitude of nighttime. You know, Hayley, she's a night owl as well. You know, but obviously with me as a fella, she's kind of back to front completely now. Because obviously she stays up and she watches the lives. I know she's modding, but to be fair, she says she actually enjoys the lives. So I would have thought it'd be a nice opportunity to get rid of me for like 5 or 6 hours and keep me out of her hair. But she really enjoys the lives, so that's really nice that she supports me that way as well, you know. I've got a few customers still since I was 15. Joe number 2. Yeah, some of the existing customers that we had when Dad bought the business still have milk offers, and they've known me since I was a child. Oh, there she is. There's my baby. She does, Stephen. She does. You know, she loves watching lives. So yeah, they've a lot of, well, I wouldn't say a lot. A few of these customers have known me a long, long time, Joe number 2. You know, they still see me as that 15-year-old boy. Yes, Mary, there was a time when I was playing badminton for 4 teams. I played locally around here. I played for Northop in the Flintshire and the Cheshire League. In the Cheshire League, we used to get ex-internationals playing, and I also used to play for North Wales at county level. You are, aren't you, darling? And shutting your eyes and face slapping when something comes out of my mouth. But she says she loves the lives that I do, so I don't know. I guess I've got to believe her. Now, to be fair, if she wasn't enjoying the lives, I'm guessing she wouldn't watch. And obviously it's nice because it's me, innit? And you know what I mean? And I'm her partner, so yeah, she does like it. Mary, there's a lot of things you have to believe what your woman says, if you know what I mean. You're never gonna know the truth, are you? You're the man, you're the boss, darling, simple as that. How much time do we debrief about the lives and what we're gonna do? We were even discussing it last night, you know what I mean? It's just sad that we live in a world where people just won't leave you alone. People want to spoil it. They want to interfere. They want to be a nuisance, and they won't just leave you alone to do what clearly a lot of people enjoy watching and taking part in. And that's the sad thing about it, you know. Thank you, Joe number 2. It is our hobby, darling. I mean, I never thought that I'd be doing this. You know, you wanted to go live. I said, yeah, I'll support you. Yeah, I'll go live. I don't mind. Then all of a sudden, bosh, I'm doing this all night at work. You know what, darling? I don't know what it is with people. You know, especially people that have caused a nuisance on the live, so we get rid of them, and they still just won't go away. You know, nobody wants you here because you're toxic and you're negative. I'll never understand that with people. You know, we do TikTok the way we want to do it. We're not like the norm. We don't follow trends. We don't act up. There's no drama. But we just want to be left alone. Just leave us alone. Stop worrying about it. You know what I mean? It's because they're protected by TikTok as well, Stephen. Frustratingly. The thing is, Gracie, they'll never ruin the community. That'll never happen. You know, and our followers have proved that time and time again. They'll follow us anywhere. Exactly, darling. The second point being the most valid. You know, people not getting the attention that they wanted or expected. You know what I mean? Well, exactly. You know, you can make 1 million accounts. TikTok don't care, Stephen. But if you're using a telephone, you can only get 8 accounts on a SIM card. So there's clearly people that are sat on PCs, you know, up to no good, and targeting everyone. You know, I don't bother anyone on TikTok. I just present my live, and yeah, I've been nasty, I've been rude, but only to people that have done that to me. So, you know, we had a fair fight. You lost. Get over it and go away, innit? But there you go. I'd love to have them in front of me, Mark, so we could have this out and find out what the issue is. Because all I'd say is, well, look, you obviously, despite yourself, enjoy the live. Why don't you just watch quietly and just leave us alone? But I think the thing is, because they want to be part of it, a big part of it, because we talk to everybody, I think that's what the issue is. Well, the thing is with us, Boothie, it just makes us stronger, makes us more determined to find ways around these arseholes. You know, I'm not sat on here 24/7 begging for gifts. You know, we don't make much money out of this. You know, it takes weeks for us to build up, you know, 50 quid. You know what I mean? So I don't know what their issue with us is. I know I've been known, and we've both been known as troll busters, because we take no shit and we give it back tenfold, and we don't care what people say. Hence, we don't get any hassle. If you notice when you watch, if anything happens, there's nothing in the chat. We've we've dealt with that, and that's long gone. Yeah, well, it's not going to stop us, darling, is it? It just spurs us on. Oh, Joe number 2, Facebook knows everything. That happens a lot. Oh, thank you, Stephen. I don't like to use the word jealous, but you never know. Right, exactly, darling. I'm just going to leave you there because I need my hands. Hang on. You know, we found something that we enjoy. Just leave us alone and let us get on with it. We're bothering no one, you know. I don't bother trolls. It's them that bother us, and then I deal with it. At the end of the day as well, whatever battle any troll thinks they might have won, we've got multiple accounts to go live off, so it doesn't matter. I'll just bounce back off another account and just continue going live. Oh, that's a sore point, Nat, Boothie. Don't bring that shit up. You all had me off that night. At the very least, it was a draw. Funky Cold Medina. Oh, this reminds me when I was 19 working in a nightclub. Tone Loke. He always used to have this on doing the sound check on the music system when I used to go upstairs. Ah, thank you, Gracie. Thank you, buddy. And you know what, Gracie? It's a simple thing to cheer someone up on these apps. Just by speaking to someone that could be lonely, could be whatever, can make the world a difference, you know? And a lot of people have said to us that, oh, you don't know how much you help me, when my mental health's bad. And you know what? We don't realise how many people we help, because there are a lot of people that come on here and don't say anything. And I don't mind that. I've always said, no one has to speak. But what I do say is, number one, you don't have to gift to be spoken to. Plus, if you do want to say hi, just say hi. We'll talk back. No one should have to, especially from a faceless profile that doesn't even have the stones to have their face on there, or their name, or an account that they're scared to lose. Yeah? And it's a sickness with the human race. It really is. And it's not just that. The negative people on here that are making thousands of pounds out of this app, for me, I don't think they're nice people. And if it's an act, then it's not a very good one. You know what I mean? And it's not the example I'd want to set for making any kind of revenue stream off this app. And we will continue to be the way we are until the day we decide to stop going live. Don't get me wrong, we always say don't gift and this, that, the rest of it. We're not arsed, we're not. But trust me, if I can make money out of this and make it a job, I'm gonna do that. Because there are lots of people that have done it, on YouTube and whatnot, that are good, hard-working, grafting people that put out good content. Exactly, Stephen, exactly. Exactly that. P. Lewis, good morning. Is that Papiani? Mr. Lewis Papiani. How are you, buddy? Coming in for some bonus TikTok Milkman. Love it. What time are we at? Am I supposed to be finished yet? Hang on. The one thing that my agency said to me is, you're going live for hours a week. You deserve a revenue stream. Now, I agree with him somewhat. Hey, Lewis. But I'm not going to do it from battles. I'm not going to sit there begging and doing battles and shit like that. If we're to make a revenue stream from this, it's because I want good people that want good content, that support us because the content's good, Nah, I've done it. We've done it with two people that are our friends, like Kevin's Kitchens and Tellboy, just for a bit of fun. But it's cringy, Stephen. It's cringy, and it's dull as dishwater to present, let alone to watch. I mean, who wants to watch that? You want to engage with who you follow that you enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't want to see two people in the box going, send me a gift, please, send me a gift. And TikTok have been very clever, because the gifting with the animations are amazing, right? I'm not gonna lie, and you do love it when you get one and it's an amazing animation, but then you think, hang on a minute, that's someone's money. And they've pissed 2/3 of that money away to TikTok, for starters. It is, Mark, definitely boring. At least with my live at work, you get to see someone doing something. I'm out working, so you get to see a quirky, old-fashioned UK job that you may have heard of but not seen before. And then obviously the Pooch is with me. We're quite a funny little double act. I like to think I can make people smile, and I'm quite amusing. And then of course we've got Hayley on top of that. With the pub lives and the theme lives that we do and drive lives and stuff. All right then, Joe number 2. Take care, buddy. Hopefully we'll see you on TikTok in a bit. No, they don't, Boothie. And the way they speak to some of their followers when they don't gift is disgraceful. Pretty much, Mary. Pretty much. Now, I have put a link to our Amazon wish list on the Facebook group, right? Feel a bit of a gimp for doing it, but people have asked, and it'd be lovely if someone did want to send a gift for Walt, and it would allow us to either do some openings on live or make some content and thank the followers for, you know, for sending things. Of course, when you go there, there's nothing on the wish list because I'm not an arsehole. You know what I mean? I don't need anything. But I want to give people the option, if they wanted to send a gift, that they can, because lots of people have asked. But even that I feel bad doing. But like I said to Hayley, why shouldn't we do that? All right, Stephen, take care, buddy. We'll see you there, man. Oh, thank you, Joe number 2. All right, Gracie, no problem. Are you getting ready to go to work? But yeah, the link's on the Facebook group. You know, and I don't really know how it works, to be honest, but if anybody does send something, mark my words, not only will it be mentioned on live, but we'll probably make some content over it, and we'll let Poochie, if he gets anything, a gift off a follower, we'll let him open it, because he loves opening presents. He's a little gimp. But, you know, as I say, I kind of agree with the agency that I feel, you know, the amount of work that we're putting in on this, we do deserve a small revenue stream, you know. And of course, with my work, my industry failing badly, it is making a bit of a comeback, but not a massive one, you know. For what I lose in work, if I could make it up with TikTok, that would be amazing. There are 2 things I'm thinking about. One is parcel deliveries part-time, if I could subcontract for that, or adult paper rounds. So these are the things I'm thinking about. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Mark. But I don't want to be arrogant and stand here and say, well, we deserve it. We deserve to be making money now. We've been doing this for 2 years and, you know, we do it for nothing. No, I'm not going to go approach it like that. But if we can make something of this, I would love to. Things I can do without, come on. Right, let's have a look in the book. Hopefully we won't lose the internet. But yeah, there is a link on the group to Amazon, but I don't know how it works. It does take you to it, the wish list, and there's a little paragraph that I've put there, but what you do from there, I don't know, to send a gift. Oh, thank you, Lynn. I like to think that what we do is content. You know, we're not a one-trick pony. We just don't sit there all day begging in battles. We do different kinds of lives. I go live, Hayley goes live, we go live as a couple, we've got Pooch, we've got the area, the milk, the pub. You know, I like to think that we're not a one-dimensional live couple. You know, we do cooking lives as well, which we've done. Oh, don't say that, Mary. I'm just about to enter the twilight zone. Now, if you were watching the bonus collecting live yesterday, this customer that I'm going to now is where that lovely cat was. You know, I took the phone and showed you that cat that had the leopard print fur. That's where I am. All right then, Mark. Well, we'll see how that goes. If that happens, that would be amazing. And as I say, there'll be massive thanks going out. Yeah, I'm not going to say that, Lualata. It was a lovely cat, Hayley. I don't know whether it'll be here this morning. It's a female cat, it is. But yeah, it was there yesterday morning while I was delivering. And it grumbled at me because I think it was a little bit wet and it had been raining. But then when I saw it when I was collecting, I thought, you know what, I'm going to put that on camera because it's a stunning little cat. I think we're on 37 subscribers, Lynn, currently. We've got a ways to go yet, and I feel bad trying to promote it, but obviously if we get the 50 subscribers, we'll get a little extra percentage on the money we make, plus we'll give back. It doesn't get any fairer, you know. And if we are your favourite livers, you've got to get a subscribe only live where, you know, you've got more personal access to us both, you know what I mean? And away from all the bullshit on TikTok. And the way I feel right now, these lives I'm enjoying a lot more than TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that's frustrating me with these new lives is the internet. I'm preferring it smaller and more intimate, you know, and less hassle. It means I can just get on with work and stuff like that, you know, without the worry. Well, I say worry loosely. Just to see what's happening. I did send a little warning shot across the bow to our agency, and they did get back to me with a bit of a lame excuse, but we're not going to leave just yet. And I'm going to try and see if I can get the answers that TikTok wouldn't give me, you know, and then see where it goes from there. Yeah, so keep sending the emojis, guys, you know I love it. Blap the chat, don't blap the chat, baby. Blap the chat, you'll tip the chat over. Yeah, keep blapping the chat. You gotta blap the chat, you gotta blap the chat. It just reminds me you guys are still there. Responsible. But it's good as well, because even though the live is a lot smaller in terms of people watching, obviously I know all of you, and I've got to know you're all on TikTok, so the chatting's a lot easier. Well, providing you're talking to me, you know what I mean? Because you guys are my content. If you didn't speak, then I'm back to day one, just chatting shit on my own, you know what I mean? Those were the days, my friend. Let's turn this down a bit. Is it worth being in an agency? Right, Mark Pickering. So far, my experience of it is, I'd say no. The reason being is all they care about is battles and revenue stream. For me, they're not content related. You know, they're not asked about your content, whereas content's everything for me. You know, with presenting the lives. I've had 2 bans overturned, and that's it. There are other ones I've not been able to get them to overturn, but I've had enough information to know that they weren't overturned because of me. So that's good intel, and it sort of helped me to change my style as such. You know what I mean? So it was worth it. Not as far as I know, Hayley Fleming. What's your TikTok name? I'll get Hayley to look into it, or when I end this live, I'll have a little bit of a peep. Well, the thing is, Mark, as well, what you got to remember, a lot of them messages every day, and they're in gifting rings, and they're saying that they'll make you more followers, this, that, and the rest of it. They'll send gifts, but then I'm assuming if you're in a gifting ring, you've got to do it as well. And I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. If we're going to make anything out of this app, for me, it's going to be because people like us and people want to gift, not because we're cheating in some sort of gifting ring. And as much as I like Ben Toy, if you believe he got 10 lions on the trot, yeah, think again. He probably sent them to himself. So Hayley Fleming 20. All right, I'll have a look after Hayley. I'll have a look, mate. Are you actually following us, Hayley? Because we made changes and only followers could watch. So if you're not following, that'll be why you've not been able to find us. It's all corrupt, Mark, it really is. Whatever happened to doing well on your own volition? i.e. your talent and your content. You know what I mean? And I believe doing what we do in terms of being livers is a lot more difficult than just putting stupid dance videos out there and stuff like that, you know? It's a lot more difficult than a little 5-minute video. You know, I'm out here for hours a week, probably around 30 hours now, being live, you know. It is, Dean, we didn't realise that this would happen. You know, it wasn't our intention, but we realised early doors that we needed to make the Facebook groups and stuff, and I wanted the opportunities for people to watch the lives back if they missed it, so we started the YouTube channel. So yeah, we didn't really know where it was going to go, because we weren't that arrogant to think that straight out the bat we were going to blow up TikTok, you know what I mean? It is, Rosemary, but what you've got to remember, when you win the leaderboard, TikTok give you about £30,000 to £35,000. But I'm telling you now, to get 10 lions on the trot, that's a fix. That doesn't happen. So he either was in a gifting ring, or he sent it to himself because he knew that the cost of that would be nothing compared to winning the #1 spot. Yeah? It's naughty. But there you go. Like I've always said, and I will continue to say it, don't hate the player, hate the game. Us personally, we have been on the leaderboard, the Rising Stars before now. But we weren't on it for long and then took a ban, so there's probably troll rings as well that just report to keep people like us away from the leaderboard, you know what I mean, and try and fuck the account, get us banned, get us knocked off, you know. I'm sure all of that shit goes on. Of course he's not, Mark. You don't get to where Ben Toy is if you're an idiot. You know what I mean? Me personally, I find his live dull as dishwater. For me, it's boring. I don't like his music, but what he does is amazing, because he's worked out how people can build their accounts really quickly, really efficiently, and he doesn't actually beg for gifts. If you watch him, he doesn't ask for gifts, and he'll often tell people to stop gifting and wait for the right moment to gift, to help with what they're trying to do in terms of building their accounts. And he goes live like myself, hours a week, every single day, regular time, and he helps people, you know, and he genuinely wants to help people build their accounts and stuff, you know. But I just wish that we could get the help and the answers to the questions we've been asking. And so far, it's not been forthcoming. And it's frustrating when they advertise themselves as an official TikTok partner. You know, this agency, we're the biggest in the UK, we do this, we do that. And then when I ask a question, I can't get an answer. You know, or the help that we need to stop the issues that we've had to put up with. You know, we're not stupid people. We've told you plenty of times what we're up to without saying exactly what we're doing. And as always, I've got to research, I've got to watch, I've got to learn, I've got to evolve, grow, change, all this stuff that we've had to do since we first started going live, especially with the work lives, yeah? Because don't forget, we were getting banned when we first started, and we were getting 4 or 5 people in the live. So imagine what we've learned to counteract that, you know what I mean? It is frustrating, Hayley. It's frustrating, but it's a challenge as well. It's a battle of wits that we will always win, because I made sure that we have the accounts to do it. So there's 8 TikTok Milkman accounts that can go live. The other 2, we've not got past the 800 threshold, and we've left it because we haven't had to use them really. And also we've got Dolly 1, so there's no way we're getting knocked off with that many accounts. So I'll just keep bouncing back, which is what we do. So if it is someone that's doing this, trust me, they're more frustrated than us, and they're thick. They don't learn. You can't get rid of me. I will be here until I finish work and end my live. Doesn't matter what account I'm on, doesn't matter how many times I've had to restart, I'll still be here. And it doesn't matter to me how many numbers I've got, because I don't care. I don't care how many people I'm talking to. As long as I can present my live, I'm happy. Let's keep this going. Hopefully the internet won't fail, because it is ropey. So thank you, Hayley. Keep sending the emojis for me, just so that I know you guys are still there. Because I've got 10 more minutes before I have to break off and go somewhere else. So I might not quite get finished down here. It's more important I get what I need to done where I'm going, you know what I mean? So we'll carry on for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to end the live, and then fingers crossed. We've done really well, Mark. I'm really chuffed. But yeah, I'm going to end the live in 8 minutes, and then I'll be back at 4 o'clock on TikTok. You guys know the drill. I'll just get these few customers done, and then we'll come back and finish off down here once I'm back on TikTok, and then we'll get off up into the hills and crack on. And it'll be a case of getting that done, bob back to the depot, switch out the empties, put the rest of the order on, and then get the job done. And hopefully I can get done for around 7 o'clock, just so I've got a bit of a sit down before I go back out collecting. Yeah, I've got collecting again, Hayley, yes. I can do a little bit of my racing on my 2 accounts. I'm not racing top 10 this season. We got the gold badge, we shared it. I'll be honest, I'm getting a bit bored of it because of the cheating that's going on. There's no pride, there's no honour in the way we're getting gold badges these days. So I'll see how I go as to whether I carry on, you know, but I've kind of, after 7 years, achieved everything I can, really, in this game. You know, I've built a top 10 crew and finished top 10 4 times with them. I've won the bronze, silver and gold badges multiple times. You know, I've been there and done it all. The only thing I haven't done is jailbreak my phone and speed hack on the showdown events and win that, because I'm not going to do that. Can't be asked. But other than that, I've achieved everything in the game now, so whether I carry on running top 10, I don't know. There's a rumour that CSR 3 is going to be released in about 1.5 years' time, so that's interesting. And I believe it's going to be a little bit more like Asphalt. So you're driving the car around the track and leaning the phone and stuff, and if that's the case, I may not bother with it, if I'm totally honest. Yeah, there probably is, Hayley, but basically what they're doing is there's a file called a TRB, right? So there's 30 players in a crew. You can only score 300,000 points a day. And there are certain events that you get those points for free if you complete the events, right? But on top of that, what we have is the people that can hack the game. We call them mechanics. So what they do is, each day, another 450,000 points is added to all 30 accounts, and that happens for it's 14 days, but there's actually 15, which I'm not going to explain. And that's why the top 2 crews were so many millions of points ahead of everybody else, because of that. And what they do is, a lot of people in the crew that I was in run in the other crew that we shared the gold with, and the mechanics are all friendly, so they've come up with an agreement that we will basically, they round the score up so they've got the same score. It's cheating, it's blatant. The game can see it, everyone that plays the game can see it, but for whatever reason they won't put a stop to it, so it'll continue. Right, I'm just gonna leave you there for a second, guys. on Pooch. Like it so much, no. I get so emotional, Poochie, every time I think of Pooch. We still there, guys? Emotional Poochie, ain't it funny what Pooch can do? Let's try and get these next 3 or 4 customers done. Yep, still there. Excellent, Hayley, thank you. And then I'll be ending the live. I'll go and crack on somewhere else, and then we'll be on TikTok from 4 o'clock. Yep, you're all still there. I'll warn you now, guys. It's going to be a roller coaster ride on TikTok this morning. You're going to have to bear with me and keep coming back when I tell you. It's not the first time we've had to do this. Probably won't be the last, neither. But yeah, you're going to have to bear with us on TikTok. It does a little, Mark, to tell you the truth. But if that option wasn't there to do that bit of cheating, then it would be the cheating that they do in the showdown event that would dictate who wins. So it's cheating either way. Brilliant, thank you, darling. So yeah, bear with us. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but we will get through it, as always. Ta-da. I haven't had to do what I'm going to do this morning for a good while, but it is what it is. Yeah, we had a few in early doors, Hayley Kate, but as you know, I'm not bothered about numbers. I don't care how many come in. I'd much rather have a stable internet with a small number of people in that enjoy the live, that want to take part, and that are decent people. Numbers has never interested us on TikTok or anywhere else for that matter. It's flattering, it's nice. Exactly, darling, exactly, darling. But we'll sort it, we always do. It won't stop us. And as I say, ongoing talks are happening to try and sort things out. I just wish that TikTok could assign someone to like a case, but it doesn't work like that. They don't give a shit. Simples, they do not care. But I'm gonna do this customer, and then I'm gonna get off down to where I'm supposed to be, and then I'll end the live in front of the roundabout. Give me a second. So you can come with me to where I'm going, and then I'll end the live. Yeah, yeah. I may be a minute or two late on the TikTok live, but at least you guys have had a good hour and a half before we start. Oh, let me just turn this off. Anything for Pooch. That'll do. Right, let's get crack-a-lacking. So, right. Alright then, darling. Love you, baby. I'll see you at 4 AM. So, we're going to drive to where I'm going. And then just before the roundabout, that's where I will end this Twitch live. Thank you all for coming over, as always, and supporting us. Hopefully we can build on here like we did on TikTok. we'll just have to see how it goes. Man, I'm gonna have to open the window. I'm sweating, and this is me sweating the last of that blinking head cold out, which is good. Nice to do a whole Twitch live without any hassle as well, so that was good. Neck on the floor. Right, I'll have a little quick look in the book while I'm travelling. Maniac on the floor. She's never danced before. Bum, 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 bum. Right, let me just blow my beak. Hang on. It's getting a bit itchy. Painkillers are kicked in now. I'm sweating off the cold. I'm a couple of hours into work. I'm feeling a lot better now. Energized for Tiki Toki. Let's go. She's a maniac, maniac on the floor. So, if there's any guys that are from Twitch, that are first time watchers, you haven't spoke but you've watched the live, you enjoyed what you've seen, just drop us a follow, guys. Help us build this account. Yes, Haley K, definitely. Bring it on. Bring it on like Donkey Kong. Guys, we're going to go up the road, round the bend, and just by the roundabout, I'm going to end the Twitch live. I'll be back in 12 minutes on TikTok, and I'll see you all there. Woo! Can I get a whoop whoop? Righty guys, you all take care. Big love for the TTM and I. But it's time for the TTM and I to say, TTM and I, douche out. Take care, guys. I'll see you in 10 minutes.